doing behind the scenes. So then, if anything, that would be ready, and then that would also, I have one of my crafts building the platform, and another one getting ready to just kind of take the rest away. If that makes any sense. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay. So yeah, I just want to make sure that this damn artistry impression is everything that I want it to be.
Who are your influences in the music industry?
Okay. Honestly, okay, so I've grown up listening to people such as, of course, Whitney Houston, Beyonce. Who else? Donny Hathaway. I listen to like
Sierra.
What's wrong with Sierra?
No, nothing's wrong with Sierra.
They're not in the same group.
Nothing's wrong with Sierra at all. Nothing's wrong. And actually, you know what's funny? Sierra is actually a great performer and overall too a great entertainer.
No, you said that.
No,
that's what you say when that's a cover up.
No, not at all. No.
Keep it above here.
No, shut up. Okay, look, no.
What about Coil Ray? Coil Ray. You listen to her?
I don't listen to. I don't have any songs in particular that I listen to, but I think she's talented. I think she has her own flavor, her own style. One thing. Okay, this is one thing that I've learned. Okay, about people in music, right? Once people understand that music is an actual art, right? It's a creative art. Some people do it one way, another person does it another way, blah, blah, blah. So I've learned to know the art that I'm attracted to, what draws me or what I'm, pulled to. That's one thing. And then the other arts, there's other art. It's art, but it may not be something that you look at and be like, I like this piece in particular. You get what I'm saying?
So there's a lot of pieces.
Interesting.
I would not. There's a lot of pieces that you're not into.
Saying there, like some people are, you know what I'm saying, artists, and some people are not artists.
That's not what she said. She said that they're artists. It's just that we don't enjoy the pieces that they produce.
It's just not the pieces that you are drawn to. Yeah. It really is. Like, really, music is an art. It really is an art form.
I could draw a stick, but you may interpret it as a line.
That's facts.
You may think of it as a long period. It's all about the.
A long period is crazy. A long period is crazy. No, that's crazy. A long period is crazy.
No, but for real, that's how I kind of view it. I don't ever like to take nothing away from anybody else's creative input in the world. I don't like to take away from it. I don't like to say that they're not talented.
Some people aren't though.
That's true. They may not be. Their strength may not be in
their talent. Like they just blew up on music, but their talent is like cutting grass.
Or marketing is
Think about this. How many people do you know? I mean, well, there's a lot of people that I know that are extremely talented, but still they're not pursuing what they're actually great at.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just the same. It's like if you're in the music field and you may not be the best rapper or the best singer, whatever the case is, but you're successful in it because of your work ethic, because of your consistency.
It is true. You consistently put out garbage, people start fucking with that shit.
They really do. They really. That's facts.
Low key though.
Dropping 16 songs a month. Something gotta be good.
I think you make it harder for yourself when you got like, because some artists have like a library of 1,000+ songs they haven't dropped. It's like, well, how do you know which one you're gonna drop next out of 1,000 songs, bro? Like, how do you?
Which one sounds the best?
Out of 1,000 songs, bro. If I told you to stick to 1,000 songs and pick the best one, you're gonna be split between at least 50.
Just pick whichever.
And one of them has to be the single.
Good, though.
Yeah.
You could get 50 songs out of 1,000. That's a
yeah. And then you have a Chris Brown album.
Good.
Chris Brown.
That's Chris Brown album busy. Chris had like 45 songs on one album. That shit crazy, nigga.
Nah, that's facts.
Yeah. Put it on the strings, man.
Do you find it like, I don't know if people are like really familiar enough with you enough to where like they may not take you serious when you're trying to like start a whole nother career, like a music career. So is that like something you probably gone through?
No, not at all actually.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
wow.
No. The most interesting thing.
What?
The most interesting thing, right? I had actually posted a video of me. I actually posted. What is so funny?
I'm so
Lois
confused.
is a despicable man. She's a heavy-set, despicable man.
What?
How? Is that crazy?
It's crazy. Oh my god, that line of questioning was wild.
Wow.
Wait, because he asked me like because it is a hard transition. People a lot of times
yeah,
they want you to do.
yeah.
I really just based it off of the Kanye documentary watching because you know niggas didn't take him serious because they thought he.
I didn't watch it yet.
I'm just telling you his life story, nigga. You already know his life story.
I've talked to people who like whatever, who cares. But yeah, I'm very excited to watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Okay, so like yes, as you were saying, yes, a lot of times when people expect you to be like doing comedy or whatever the case is, they don't expect you to actually do something else.
For sure.
They like to put you in a box. And which was very interesting because when I actually posted my first video of me actually singing, like I did this like duet thing with a guy on TikTok, and they were very, very impressed, which was so crazy to me because, again, you know, a lot of times they're like, damn, I didn't even know you sang at all or did any of that shit. But one thing I can say about my audience is if they weren't fucking with it, boy, they gonna tell you. They gonna say it. They gonna say it. So I was just like, oh, damn. Okay, this is good. It was a good go over as far as in just to introduce what it is I actually do. You know, not on no playing shit. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna say if you presented it very serious.
Yeah.
You might have to take it serious.
You said when you came, this is your music is your passion, right?
Yeah.
You said when you came onto it, they were very supportive.
Yeah. When I posted my first.
Your first song.
Yes, my first video of me singing.
The roles were reversed. They didn't give you what you wanted. They just you
do it. Yeah.
You still do it.
Yeah. And the reason why that is because when I first posted comedy videos, it's like, you fucking suck, you're not funny. And it's like, alright. Keep doing the shit. Like, one thing about it is, people not gonna fuck with you until everybody fuck with you.
True.
That is true.
And the only way everybody gonna fuck with you is if you keep working on your craft and you keep being consistent. That's when people really gonna fuck with you. It eventually breaks. It's like it's like the fucking it just the gates open at one point. Just like with me building my following with social media and stuff, it took me a minute. And then eventually, after so many you sucks or you not funnies, it was like, I like this. And it goes from there. But I don't give a damn. One thing Kanye did teach me. Speaking of that, one thing Kanye did teach me, is like fuck you, nigga. I know I'm dope.
Thanks.
So at the end of the day, regardless of what you think, I'm gonna keep going. Because half the time, people telling you can't do something, they can't do it themselves.
Yeah, I
There's
think
a million people in the world. Like there's a lot of people in the 60 or 40 people saying they don't like it. Probably
There's how many people in the world?
billions.
Yeah.
How many billions?
You ask me shit you know I don't know. You make it up.
niggas saying millions. Come on, you talking about the USA, nigga, not the world. Come on.
A lot of motherfuckers.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of finding your audience too. Like, I don't know. There's some things I feel like if I do with my audience, it won't be perceived well, and if I do in someone else's audience, it will be perceived well. It really just depends. Yeah, and like at least what we try to do, like on the podcast with playback or A&P, anytime I have a different channel, I try and build another audience for that. Because it's not really diversification if you just have the same audience for everything. But you can definitely use your existing audience to like supercharge the next thing you are interested in doing. So that's kind of just been our method. So we just like, yo, bro, we got a podcast. Some people came to the podcast. Anyone who didn't, we didn't like beg them to come over here. We knew that the guys who came here just liked the idea of a podcast, and if they stuck around, it's because they enjoyed the podcast, and they've been here for a while now. So to build on that instead of trying to push more traffic from existing audiences, I saw Overtime was doing this too, which I was mind blown by, because it's one thing for me to do it, one person that makes decisions for like, you know, 2 people making decisions for peer-to-peer playback, 6 people making decisions for A&P, but Overtime has investors and like rounds of investors. So the fact that they could reasonably decide, like, you know, we have this new Overtime Elite League and we're gonna build this audience from the ground up. We don't want to cross promo too much. We think we can find an audience for this. Is like mind blowing to me. But I love that though, because it's like, yeah, you're trying to get into music, and you'll probably find. I think it'd be better if you just found people that like your music. So you probably get to the point soon where like more people are like, damn, we fuck with like. When you go outside, like Dominique, oh yeah, I listened to your album. I listened to that one song that went like this, and that's always different. I think Lowe's experiencing that recently, right? Where like somebody will come up to you in public and it's like about Patreon, and then somebody will come up to you in public and it's from your basketball takes. You don't know who's gonna hit you.
Nigga, we was on a date night last night. Me and the missus, we eating food, and a nigga came up to the table. Dead ass was like, yo, bro, like, I love your stuff, man. I see you on AMP and I see you on Playback. He left, came back. As we were eating, he's like, yo, man, can you, like, sit down with me real quick and just watch my videos real quick and you tell me, like, what's wrong with it?
Oh, wow.
And I was like, nigga, what the fuck? What are you saying right now? Like, nigga, I'm eating food right now with my girl. Like, what are you saying?
Wait, this was you watched Batman yesterday, right?
We went to some restaurant first.
Real quick,
and then
nigga, this guy Lil went viral yesterday. Y'all see that shit? Yo, bro,
I didn't know that until I came back.
John, take a look at this. John's gonna love this. This is Lil at the Batman movies. Finished his bag of chips before the movie even began, and a nigga quote tweeted it has 70,000 likes. Crazy. He said, "They showing the trailers and you already finished the bag of chips."
Crazy.
I thought that was hilarious. But I saw your tweet off this guy. I didn't see your tweet ahead of time.
You know that man emasculates you like
yeah, you got emasculated.
You know what's so crazy? Well,
with your missus at your dinner table, interrupted.
Oh yeah, that nigga was wild. I was like, why are you asking me that?
That was the same night? That's what I was asking them.
Yeah, we went to
tight shit.
Date first eat, and then we went to the movie.
Had a good night. How's Batman?
Long.
Damn, that's bad. That's a bad review.
Yeah, I heard. It's 3. No, it was actually good, but it was long is first and then good. That's how I would describe that.
How do you balance like having different avenues? Like you're into like you do acting, comedy, modeling, and now you're doing a lot of music. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming like how do you balance your time? It's like today the day where you're doing music stuff. Today's the day where you're catching up on social stuff. Like what are your days on? Like it's kind of difficult to ask what your average day is, but how do you split your time basically?
Okay, so. So first, I did a lot of, like for a good 2-3 years straight, of course, I did a lot of classes with training on acting. I focused mainly on bettering that craft. Mm-hmm. And then at the time, that was the main focus. I still did a little on working on other stuff at the same time. But again, it's like you put one into full you put one into full go, and then you dabble in the others. If that makes any sense. So you concentrate, focus for real on one strongly. And then while you're doing that, if you still want to make sure you're strong in the other avenues or whatever the case, you still do them. Now, as far as in the modeling and the comedy and everything else, mind you, I have to keep up social media. I keep up social media because it's what pays me. So that's easy to keep up with because if I don't, where the money gonna come from?
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I do it like that. Like I'll work on music, vocals, everything. I'll work on that stuff the strongest, but I'll make sure I get a day where I film and do like strictly comedy, like just record, like just record. So then I have stuff to release, and then it's basically like that. But you just you focus on one mainly, and then you make sure you make a little time to, for room.
You put a lot on time on TikTok now?
Yeah. I'm at 350K there now. It's little.
I always wonder how people like interpret TikTok.
Yeah.
Especially because like it's way blew up in the past like year and a half. Especially since last time you've been on the podcast.
Yeah.
I got different opinions. Some people really not fucking with it, but
it's fun to watch.
The black people don't fuck with it. Like the pro black, like they think that like, oh man, like it's not really yeah.
They mask a lot of the content. If they're not masking the content, then they allow it to blow up, and then other people get famous off the created content from, or people of non-color a lot of times can redo something that people of color do, and they blow up, and the people that don't have, it's basically, it can be like that sometimes. But I watch it. I just watch it. I like watching it more than I like actually putting anything on it, which is funny.
That is very true. Very much true. So as you continue to develop and you get known for more and more things, when you make those pivots, is it like hard to kind of commit to another like stage of your growth, or like do you find it easy to kind of just carry over from like, hey, I learned these things over from this, so then that carries over to this, or is it just something that kind of just free flowing almost?
Okay. It can be easy when you're doing, because again, this is entertainment overall.
Yeah,
so it's easy. It's easier because it's something that I've always been into. So it's not. The hardest part is getting people to understand that you're not just one person. It's not within myself. It's mainly the people who perceive me for whoever they see me.
Yeah, that is right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it's.
Oh, you know what's so crazy? Speaking to that, we actually have a I guess semi-viral TikTok with her. We're talking about like the nigga, where you like get on niggas that you tell them no and then they get all emotional.
Oh yeah.
That did go. I forgot about it.
It went viral.
It has to have at least like. Yeah, it's a million.
Golly.
Yeah, and I saw a bunch of people like stitch it too, and they're like, yeah, niggas are weird when they do shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, I didn't even know that was like a whole thing.
Yeah.
That was true. So niggas still weird though?
Oh, all the time.
So, what's the greatest thing that they did when you said no?
He tried to ruin my life.
Did we say this on another podcast?
Did we say this before?
You got to
Oh
clarify.
yeah, I forgot. I don't know why I'm asking you.
Yeah, no, I and that was 2 years ago. And at the time, this shit was crazy. My life was yes. The weirdest thing I think a man has ever done, from just my answer being no to like, no, you can't use me. Yeah, like you can't have sex with me and just throw me away. You know what I mean? Like I just want to smash, but you should let me, type shit. And my answer be no. The nigga cut my hours where I didn't get paid as much as I needed to as far as in my work.
This is your boss or manager?
Yeah.
Oh, that nigga's weird.
Yeah.
That nigga's crazy.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Nah, that's crazy.
All right, 20 hours to 6 hours.
Hell no, that's crazy.
Come into that.
Yeah, no, it was really bad.
Damn.
That's
crazy.
One. Another.
How recent is this?
No, this was some years ago now.
Okay.
It's about 3, 4.
No, that's recent
4 years
enough.
ago?
That's recent enough.
Yeah, it is. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause I ain't gonna lie to you. If the nigga was choking, I'd be like, let him go.
Nigga making you part time on the whim is crazy.
I probably wouldn't do it. I'd probably like, I think that man needs help.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
making you part time just because you said no to that nigga.
Yeah, and I was full time, but could still cut my Yeah.
Oh, he made you part time.
No, like he made sure I got part time
John, you made
hours.
2 jokes about it. Just you understood the story, man.
No, I did. I thought you just cut your hours.
No, I was full time. I just got cut to part time hours.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
Niggas are weird though.
Yeah.
I'm starting to realize that more.
Wild.
More niggas
I
are.
mean, I'm not the first person he did that with.
No, I know.
I'm used to someone saying yes.
And not only that,
That's
it's
funny.
so many. It's even if they said no, it lets me know that whoever said no, they was ruined because of it. Yeah.
I never even thought about that. Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably
no. Yeah, I know for a fact it was.
I'm not wrong. I'm right.
Yeah, you definitely right. You
I'm
definitely
messing
right.
with this man, by the way. So don't let the tension get in between us.
I won't.
I would actually agree with y'all. Like I never thought about like how often he probably somebody told him yes to that.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Could you imagine? That's your livelihood. How many? It's not. Again, it's no disrespect to women who do what they do to get to where they're going, but I'm because there are a lot of desperate. But I feel like because again, sometimes they're not taught. You know what I'm saying? I was raised a certain way, and my integrity and the things that I want and I work for, I take pride in working for them.
Yeah,
so I don't know, because some people grow up without good parents. Some parents probably even
I'm not gonna lie,
taught
like,
them things that.
Some people are just bad people too, because like your mom shouldn't need to tell you like when she says no, don't cut all her hours. Like that's not a lesson your mom needs to teach you.
I agree with that.
That's just like you're not a
you know that shit ain't right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't get them cheeks. Make a part time.
Get rid of her.
Just a quick little life lesson. You don't get to talk as much as you used to.
No, that's.
That's nigga's coaching. That nigga's a nasty.
My dad used to have those random conversations. When shit down and talk. Everything's going in life. good, Dad. That's good.
That's good though.
Yeah, but he never told me that.
I'm happy he did.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good.
No, that nigga's damn.
But even if you did though, you should be like, but Dad, our teacher told us we should treat other people the way, like, someone has to tell you not to do something fucked up. Like, if you go your whole life and no one's told you, like, easy lessons, not hard lessons, like some lessons you just learn the hard way, but don't kill nobody. Just an easy lesson. You know?
This is the thing though. If you ever notice, people normally learn lessons through the actual, like them having to take accountability. So therefore, if you think about it, okay, people know not to really murder somebody. Half the time, I mean, I feel like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That nigga's still alive because I knew, like, if I was caught.
What are we saying right now?
You knew not to murder him.
I knew not to murder this man because
like you can get away with it.
Exactly, because you get what I'm saying. So accountability is the last thing. Accountability.
I don't kill people not because I think I can get away. That's not stopping me from killing people.
Hey man, look. You know, a person really got to really get you in a tight spot.
Cause getting part-time and kill a nigga, that's not a...
Nah, but it ain't just part-time. You don't understand. I took cold showers. I lost my car. I was homeless. Like, you don't understand. Like,
damn.
That man's decisions affected my life, my livelihood. So you gotta think about that shit. Like, say for instance, because you say no to somebody, now you homeless and you living out your car. Do you get what I'm saying? You go like, and then get this. Say for instance, you taking care of your mother who is disabled. You take care of your mother, she's disabled, she relies on that paycheck and you to take care of her because she don't get disability. Y'all homeless, y'all sleeping in y'all car. You think I ain't gonna think about taking that man's life?
Allegedly, of course, this is on GTA.
You know what probably the first thing in my mind is get another job. That's what probably.
No, but see,
I would have sued the fuck out of him though.
Okay, but then you
all that. But
that too.
You can't go to A. Same thing like that. I don't think you go to HR.
You don't go to HR, man. You go to court. You go to civil court. Wrongful termination. But it is your money. What the hell?
It's not termination. Not termination.
I'm gonna get a lawyer.
No. They just
make up a reason for why they cut you out.
You could argue.
They just
That's true.
make
They
up a
do
reason.
that.
Okay, but then you have to have cause and evidence of you doing those things.
But then there comes the other people who have gotten it
They're
done.
the same experience,
Exactly.
but normally they don't say nothing.
No, but when they know, that's one thing. That's why it takes women so long.
Serial hour cutter?
No.
Like he was just cutting hours of like.
No, it just wasn't that.
Okay.
It got deep. That was my torture. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My torture was because my answer was no.
But more people have to speak up for that.
That's very true. That's very true. But it takes one. It takes one bold enough to be like, hell. And we
can't say that because niggas tried to snitch on R. Kelly 20 years ago and nobody didn't say anything.
He covered that up. He did cover that up. He covered that up.
I need to before I'm convinced.
Like if a girl got extra hours and she got knew what she was doing.
That's fucked up.
But that's also fucked up.
Just imagine training people and they pass you up and you know.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
But you didn't even know. I trained you.
You know that Activision lost billions of dollars because it's like not this exact thing, but like because of anything where. But when you have a business, you have to operate by a good code of conduct, and you can get sued pretty easily for not following that code of conduct, especially when you're a corporate business and you have HR and shit like that. All of those things is like he should be drowning in lawsuits. He should have like 8 lawsuits just waiting at his door.
For sure.
And I know it costs lawyers to do that stuff, but I'm telling you, like if John is working and somebody else passes him up, and that person is white, for example. And John has evidence to prove that it was done because he was black and he didn't get the promotion and he was doing great. He could actually sue and win over that.
Yeah, but
and enough people,
but the evidence.
I get it. There's hard evidence and stuff like that. But most of the time, employers don't even want to deal with all that, so they just do a settlement. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yep.
So at least you get something.
They fuck the boss.
True.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, maybe he got the idea because someone offered that. He was like,
nah.
I can, yeah, literally.
The girl would be like, oh, I need promotion, let's go have dinner. And he's like, I am the boss. I can do this. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think so. Because if you catch the wrong people with the wrong type of character and they're able to be put in a position of authority, they will abuse that authority with that character every chance they get. It doesn't take a person to offer, oh, you want some pussy? It does not take that. I can guarantee you, any man with the right, not just man, because a woman will do it too. I'm not going to take nothing away from gender. I'm just going to say character. Any character that's badly put together, whatever experiences life has given them, and you give them a platform or you give them authority over something, it's going to probably be abused. I can guarantee.
That's like if you give somebody money and they become a dickhead. They was just a dickhead.
They were. They just weren't put in the proper place to affect other people's lives.
But see, that's why I say I don't think people change or change it that much. I just think that
they change
slowly, but it's not like massive change. No, it's just
you gotta.
I would force somebody to have sex with her.
Ask you that. When you were working, a job, ask you that to give you a raise. Or if you keep your same job, you got.
What is the ask? Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, what are we talking about? Just for clarification.
Manager wants to have sex with you.
No, I would say no.
Oh, because they do. There are men that do it to men too in the industry. Just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, men do it to men in the industry as well.
He gives you that persona.
No, he doesn't give me that persona. But this is the thing. For men, it's a little different. It's a little different if it's a woman doing it to you, because a lot of times men don't turn down no pussy. I'm just gonna be honest.
I'm still saying no because my managers were old white women that even if they was closeted, it was gonna be a fucking.
Yeah, but at least, okay, you shouldn't have. See, he doesn't have.
What did you say? If I was in your position at Walmart and she said she'll give me manager pay, I'd do that.
Do you see what I'm saying? It's a little different. It's a little different from men and women.
I'm thinking I wouldn't, but in that situation, I'm just like, I'm not saying I wouldn't think about it. I'm like, well, I can do the same shit I'm doing now. Barely work. You know Walmart, you barely work. I get manager pay. Just to give her some.
No, not man. I was just talking about like more hours.
No. It wasn't just more hours though. It wasn't just that. It was position to move up. You know, being able to, like, I worked there since I was fucking 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? I did.
That nigga's crazy.
You get what I'm saying? I put in the work. I slept on the floors in that motherfucker. When the city shut down, I kept the motherfucker rolling. You get what I'm saying? So it was way more than just hours. It was true effort. So that's why I didn't quit too. You remember you was like, I'll just get another job? I didn't quit at the time because I had put so fucking much into it. And at the time too, I couldn't even find another job. Like, cause the way the hours were, they would call you in when they pretty much wanted to. I had a set amount of time, but I would take up other people's hours. For sure. And he wouldn't let people give me their hours anymore because because I can make the money. So it goes a long, it's a long way down that fucking rabbit hole, for real.
I just ask women this now, how do you feel about Kevin Samuels?
You guys women that? That's my first time asking that question.
Oh, I didn't actually trigger, but every other one I've seen, I think, yeah. My cousin had a very strong opinion about it.
Your cousin?
Yeah.
Man?
She did.
I said woman. She, I don't know who your cousin is, nigga.
Who's your cousin?
I have a female cousin. I just asked her. I have multiple ones, but I asked her in particular. She gave a very. Well, I guess this nigga is because he said but you said it like, man, what she said? She was very, very like upset, like the concept of black man tearing on a black woman. That's what she trying to, more or less. I don't want to spend too much time on it. But how do you feel about that?
Okay, I'm really, 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 really torn. I don't even know. I'm torn on one thing is one thing, right? I don't feel like black men, Captain Sanders, let's just talk about him. I feel like there's a way with telling the truth and telling people what it is without tearing people down.
Okay.
I'm real big on that, right? Because I do believe that if you do self-reflect, and you change and you correct a lot of shit that's going on, take accountability for your own things and kind of pay attention to what you're doing wrong as a person, not just as a black woman, just as a person, period. And this applies to him as well. If you do that, you become greater and you grow within who you are, right? I feel like the way that he hands out his knowledge or his wisdom it can be tearing. It tears down women in a way to where he makes them feel like they're less than due to things that they may not necessarily have, or even within their control. Whether it's once you've had kids, there's shit you can do after you've had kids, but you still deserve a great person in your life if you're a great woman. Yeah. You know, a lot of times, like I feel like a lot of times he can disqualify good worth in women, especially women of color, once they hit a certain thing that he finds or he deems unworthy. And I feel like that's not right, because if you looking at it, you got a lot of men walking around who have kids who women don't want to deal with. A man having a lot of children and fucking 17 different women at the same time, and they baby mamas and all that other shit. But for some reason, women are held to a stronger standard, and I don't understand why men who deem themselves as leaders aren't held to a stronger or higher standard when it comes to discipline, sexually discipline, finances, or whatever the case may be. Whatever it is that makes you a better person. Why is it that black men are not held strongly accountable as women are if they are deeming themselves as leaders? You can't lead me if you are first and foremost a liar, a cheat. I can't believe shit you say. You don't make any money. You don't make any real moves in your life. So why are you leading me? Because you're a man? You can't control you were born a man. So why does that make you a leader? Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how I feel. It's mindset. It's character to me. It will always be a character trait that makes you a great leader. And until they understand that, I think that there's going to be a world full of men who seem like leaders, or want to be leaders, but don't want to be held accountable as one, don't want to actually take up the responsibility it means to be one, whether it's the discipline, actually having standards, who you have sex with, having standards by who you have kids with, or if you have kids, and you actually make the actual decision to have kids, not just with somebody because the vagina is good, but because, Who? Kevin Samuels. I think that he needs to hold men to the same standard that he does women.
I've seen like a couple, maybe 4 of his videos. I don't watch him like that, but I've seen a couple videos. And the girls on there, disrespect, like something that's under a polo boot to get stepped on. But they want the world. They'll have like, but I see what he's saying, because I'm like, so say me, for example, say I'm working hard on myself, I'm young, by the time I get to a certain age, I'll be at a certain thing, and like, I don't want the girl that like she got stepped up by polo boot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me.
I guess everybody's different. Okay, all right, wait.
I'm gonna play devil's.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate too, because I was like, there's some niggas that are deadbeat that fit into that same opposite, like a guy that doesn't have nothing going for himself. He has 2 kids. He's not working.
Still fucking the baby mama, causing drama.
Bad girl or something like that. She don't want you.
Well, let me just put further context. The context I think everybody keeps missing with Kevin Samuels is that, like, the whole holding men to that standard, he was doing that for like majority, if not like most of the
For the men too?
Yeah. Like there's clips of him saying like nigga, you're fat, bro, with like a small penis, with a small dick.
That's my only thing. If you're gonna just do it accordingly.
In the beginning, he asked the guy his dick size. Is that what he
asked the guy's dick size. He's like, you got a big dick? He's like, I don't know. What do you mean? He's like, you got a big dick. You got a big dick. You know you got a big dick. You know you got a big dick.
I don't know. Like,
and then he said no. And he's like, so you live with your mom, you short, you fat with no money, and you even got a big dick. What she gonna do with you? And she started laughing at this nigga as he said that.
Who said that? Who laughed?
Kevin Samuels. She started laughing at him as Kevin Samuels laughed at him. He laughing at him.
Tough.
Okay.
But to say though, the beginning of Kevin Samuels' YouTube career it was a man's self-help. Like that's how he started. The whole woman thing that's like the last year and a half, I guess.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm real big on just holding people accountable for everything equally.
That's why I put to the girl, she was some guy with some guy. And she was just saying, like, I would never, ever talk to a guy that wasn't in his life. I would never, ever, ever, ever.
I saw that too.
I was like, But you feel like she's been kicked in the face from 9 to 5.
Why? Looks are not a thing.
Why?
But that character overall should not be rewarded with a man who
a bad mental state. I think like that.
But you got to keep in mind too.
What?
Please keep in mind, even if you look good, right? Say for instance, you look good, you got a lot of money, but you a cheater, you lie, you ain't shit. You still think you deserving of a fucking. I don't think you deserve loyalty. I don't think you deserve fidelity. I don't think you deserve any of that shit because you don't appreciate it when it's given to you.
That's true.
Good looks don't make you any more qualified. Good money, nah.
Who's that?
But this is the thing. Yeah, they will. But that woman that says she don't date a man that works 9 to 5. That's the type of woman you deserve. Somebody who's only going to date you for the very thing that you're only good for, which is money. Men don't seem to understand that shit. If you actually have good fucking character, you have something way more that money cannot touch.
No. I say I do deserve her, but I'm not going to accept her because she looks the way she looks. That's what she's still looking.
But you'll have women who are bad, like beautiful, and they have the same mentality, and they know that they're only going to get what they can from you. It is what it is.
That's why she's still looking. She's still looking. She's like,
but you would be surprised though. You would be surprised how many men. I know more women that men find or deem unattractive that can keep a man longer than a woman that they find attractive. Just off of, you get what I'm saying? Because off of whatever.
I believe like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, she got a lot of options.
And men are insecure about that
exactly.
shit.
And then they gonna start thinking arguments start and she gonna leave.
But what? Men are insecure about women having a lot of options?
No. This is the men think because women are beautiful that they can because a lot of times, most of the time, men who can sleep, who could sleep with 76 different women if they could, they would, right? So they think that because a woman is attractive, she's beautiful, she could too. She got a nigga with money, she got a nigga with this, and this. But see, sometimes they don't seem to understand the character with women, most women, a lot of women. I ain't gonna say most, because again, I don't, everybody ain't me. But again, most women aren't attracted to just something because it has money or because it just looks good. I promise you.
I think as women
money is impressive.
I think as women get older, they value more things like character and things of that nature. But in my experience,
don't understand that pussy got power.
Okay. What else? Damn.
It's got something because I don't.
But I'd argue most women, in my experience at least, in the city of Atlanta, they don't even look for characters. Like it might be a thing they stumble on, but if I ask them if I ask them to lie actually, but if you just judge them based on who they pick, that's not what they're picking for. They're not picking for honesty, or they're not picking for. And the same applies to men. Like most of them just pick based on how they look.
And I hate that.
And in my experience, the less attractive the woman was to like the average person, the better she was at everything else.
But I'm gonna be honest with you.
Because she just had to be.
This is why sometimes
she had to be.
This is why pretty women was always told to pick an ugly man. That's why ugly or attractive men will pick an ugly woman, because they seem to treat you better and they try harder. But I beg to differ, because I done had some ugly ones in my time. And them motherfuckers treated me like a motherfucker.
But them niggas, you know what's wrong with them?
What?
Their ego then gets inflated because they thinking like, oh, that's what happens to them niggas.
Feel like,
I can do
yeah, that's not the other.
I guess I ain't that.
Yeah,
that nigga thing.
That's your girl? That's me.
That about to be me over there too. That's what that nigga thing.
I'm getting all this.
She said no, but they all gonna say no. You see what I got at home?
That's really what happened.
That's a sick individual. You know what's funny? I think Billie Eilish said something like that, and niggas were on her ass over it. I was like, she basically said something like something about she dated an ugly person before, she never do it again, because the second you do it, the ego just goes crazy. Which is like, it's kind of rude, but also literally just was her experience. And I can actually see that being the case, man.
I know this is not nice, but like in elementary school, you heard that like big girls or big people can't be mean.
No.
Never heard that?
They were hardcore bullying at your school.
He swears he's not a bully. No, that nigga swears he's not a bully.
Over there.
That swear you never really, bro.
Like roast battles, y'all used to roast.
Oh yeah.
It used to get vicious.
Oh yeah.
And then
Did somebody say that what he just said?
Not that one.
But unless they can roast really good, they'll get real quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
If your size came around the table, oh yeah.
You gotta know how to go.
You gotta know how to go.
I'm gonna know how to go. But me too. I mean, even it didn't matter. It didn't matter. Side, like, well, I mean, my side of town. It didn't matter. They found anything to talk about you, bro. Well, they anything.
Your chin is too pointy.
Yep.
Your neck is too wide.
Yep.
You
What was the point you were about to make that? What was the point you were gonna make? I'm kind of confused.
Oh, we were talking about looks. Yeah, we were talking about looks.
So you saying that fat women can't say anything? That's what you're saying?
I said they're gonna be nicer.
Oh.
I never met really fat women. They're really nice.
Have you dated one before?
No, I haven't.
What the
You got
fuck
something
are you
against
talking
dating?
about?
You got something against?
No, but I mean like I know big girls in person in IRL and they're nice.
Oh, I thought, okay, you just talking about in general.
Yeah,
I thought you know in a
I
relationship.
never met like a big girl that's just an asshole. Like the roasted in me will be like, I'm not gonna say that.
No, say it.
No, don't say that.
Say it,
Don't
say
say
it,
that.
nigga.
It's worse.
This nigga's a brand new nigga.
But you don't want to offend somebody?
Huh?
Say it.
No, they didn't do nothing yet. But if a big girl were to say something,
What would you say to her? What would you say hypothetically?
In that hypothetical.
it depends what she look like. Like she look like low.
She's big.
Okay, let's say she looks like low.
She looks like low.
Uh-huh. What you gonna call her? What you gonna call her? What you gonna call her?
And she like a nigga in the face. I'm saying, big as fuck, you like a nigga in the face. Why are you talking to me like this?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
See what I'm saying?
Okay.
That's the first thing that comes to mind. Like,
But if she, by the way, so talking about, so she's pretty, and she says something rude, you gonna be like, damn, you
He gonna
lucky
call
you
her a
look good.
bitch. That's what he's gonna give.
no,
not
If
big.
not big. If she's pretty.
But she's just
oh,
pretty.
she's pretty.
Yeah, if she says,
You just take it, huh?
Yeah, but girls
She's a
pretty
bitch.
is different.
Yeah, it's
why?
a bitch.
What do you
She's
say
stuck
though?
out there.
You laugh?
She's a
Like, it
bitch.
depends. If she has a good comeback, like she roasts on my level, then, you know what I'm saying, then it's like, damn, the only thing I do is get very disrespectful.
Yep.
That's not in my character, though.
Bitch.
You just, what?
But
You
if
were
she's
just
pretty, it's different.
disrespectful. You were just
You know what
disrespectful.
I'm saying? As a girl, you
I
know,
do. I
like,
understand.
If,
I have seen it. Yes.
seeing it like if a nigga, like if a girl ugly, it's different. But if a girl's pretty and a nigga thinks the girl attractive,
Yep.
it's different. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you cute. So it's like,
So
I'm
you-
contradicting myself to
Yep.
say that, but
Yep.
I'm gonna have to say something. I'm not gonna just embarrass you.
Indeed.
So I now gotta figure. You see what
And
I'm
because I find you attractive, now the only thing I can really say about you is like, you
saying?
bitch.
Yeah, you bitch, or your breath stink.
Yeah. They run to that. They will run to that.
Like hot dog water or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I see your lace front or some shit like.
Some
you
shit like-
start thinking about other stuff.
Yeah.
Because
you find them attractive. Yep.
But if you're not pleasing me, I don't feel bad about hurting your feelings.
Damn.
What is wrong with you? You always just,
What's your sign?
Huh?
What's your sign?
It's all good.
No, I gotta know now.
I got at least some suspense.
No, I wanna know now. Oh my God, that's
what do
cool.
you think he is?
What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm a fun
8%
guy,
chance.
but I'm not a mushroom.
Oh God, you're not an Aries, are you? Okay.
She does strike me as an Aries.
Not a Gemini. Capricorn. Yep, I get it.
Of course.
I knew, like, the spicy side, if it's not Aries, it's not Gemini. Capricorn.
Just typical Capricorn.
That's crazy. I knew that, yeah.
Not a Scorpio?
No, he don't give me Scorpio vibes.
Not Scorpion.
I get different things every time.
It's an energy that I don't know why I know this shit.
No, you know why.
I don't know. I don't understand, y'all. I don't get it.
You
Okay.
fuck with Capricorn?
Yeah. I like. Again, it's like the roasting thing. When you brought up the roasting thing, I was like, okay. And then it was a certain. It's a certain aura, like who?
His bending style.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Look.
Oh yeah. He's an Earth sign. Yeah.
Earth?
Yep. You're Earth sign.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, what's your sign?
I don't know. You tell me.
What's your birthday?
No, wait. You're
What's
cheating.
the month? What's the month?
You're cheating. That's cheating.
Nah,
That's cheating. You didn't know that nigga's month?
no, I didn't.
She didn't know. I didn't have an aura. I'll admit it.
Okay, so
What's his then?
well, I know he's a Taurus. I know he's a Taurus off the rip.
You knew it already?
Yeah, because we discussed it before.
Oh, I thought you just knew. I was like,
Okay, let me see. It's, the way we talk. Okay. You're not a Libra, are you?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure. I want to make sure.
No.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the. I'm trying to think of the energy that we have when I talk.
What do you feel from him? Other than the urge to eat.
You're not an Aquarius. Yo, what?
Yo, wow, John. Wow, John.
No, go ahead. Keep filling out. Tell me what connects to you. Open up your chakra.
See, this is why I
Open
know.
up your chakra.
Like I don't know. Okay, so this is the thing. I am not really like big on zodiac stuff. Okay, I'm not like into this. No. I'm saying as far as in like with the crystals and stuff. I'm not big like that into it. No, I feed off of people's like their characteristics, and I notice certain ones that are similar, and I pay attention to it.
So I'm not a Libra, I'm not an Aquarius.
Okay, you're not an air sign.
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
Just go through them all.
Okay.
I'm waiting for her to get to that point too.
Okay, wait, no. So you're not a Pisces.
No.
Damn.
So you have like that. You already said 4, so let's get.
I said 4.
Let me touch his form.
You said. So what do you?
Don't troll me.
She said Aquarius.
You're such an ass.
Yeah, you said Aquarius, Libra, and Pisces.
Yeah.
Or you said Aquarius.
Yeah.
Who cares, man?
I want to know.
Okay.
I'm not saying it. Cause you know if I say it, you can be like, of course, yeah, it is right.
No.
Yeah, of course you are that.
He didn't tell me a fucking thing, but I knew from his energy. He gave enough energy though. Like you're a little more reserved, so I have to observe that. So let's proceed.
W Perry.
Jesus.
Now I'm be looking like.
Trying to get it. I'm getting real scorp.
How long on the feed, chef? As long as the man talk. Chef. He's cooking wings and chips. Okay. That's excellent. Excellent. That's the kind of whatever the big pitch today, and it went very well. Yeah. Do you want to do? We have to pitch to McDonald's, and we've been working on it for the last 3 weeks with our groups. So we went to the HQ today, and we had our pitch set up.
MD to McDonald's.
Yeah. And
like the way they do it in. Just come with me. Like the way they do it in. do, how does that fall in? How does that fall into place?
What do you mean?
In terms of what you do at school. So, were you?
We've been working on the pitch for the last 3 weeks. We created an ad.
Okay, you created an advert.
Yeah. We created posters and flyers using Photoshop and Illustrator. Skills that we learned earlier.
What did they think of the advert?
What can I say?
spoiling our kids. How many kids have we just said it out? And we'll get up and we'll be.
Low battery, please charge. 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 Low battery. 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 Please charge.
that been? I fell asleep.
Huh?
How long has that been? I fell asleep.
Half an hour.
Can't wait to get behind dry. Soldier.
I can't believe you